Congratulations, Unity Center of Peace. It's Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen here, and this June, we will be celebrating our 40th anniversary here at UCP. That's right. 40 years ago in June, a group of committed individuals came together with a vision for creating a loving community where people could support each other in accessing their inner divine power, for connecting with spirit and nature, for remembering their oneness with all, and for radiating that peace out into the world. Now, since then, we have grown in size and membership and programs, but that original vision is still very much alive here. In fact, it fuels all that we do. And you know, it's the people, the community that has really kept UCP going through some pretty rough patches through the years. But we're still here, and we are stronger than ever. And you know, in the 12 years that I've been the minister here, of course, 8 of those years co-ministering with Reverend Rosemary, I have seen deep and lasting friendships formed. I've seen people supported when they needed it the most. I have seen people finding their passion. I have seen physical healings, increased prosperity. I have seen people realize their dreams. What an honor it has been to be a part of that. And if you feel so moved, please send us your well wishes and maybe a sentence or two about how UCP has contributed to your life. You can send that to office@unitychapelhill.org. And I hope you plan to be here for Sunday, June 30th, as we dance together in the energy of joy and celebration. Until then, peace and blessings. Congratulations, Unity Center of Peace. It's Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen here, and this June, we will be celebrating our 40th anniversary here at UCP. That's right. 40 years ago in June, a group of committed individuals came together with a vision for creating a loving community where people could support each other in accessing their inner divine power, for connecting with spirit and nature, for remembering their oneness with all, and for radiating that peace out into the world. Now, since then, we have grown in size and membership and programs, but that original vision is still very much alive here. In fact, it fuels all that we do. And it's the people, the community that has really kept UCP going through some pretty rough patches through the years. But we're still here, and we are stronger than ever. And in the 12 years that I've been the minister here, of course, 8 of those years co-ministering with Reverend Rosemary, I have seen deep and lasting friendships formed. I've seen people supported when they needed it the most. I have seen people finding their passion. I have seen physical healings, increased prosperity. I have seen people realize their dreams. What an honor it has been to be a part of that. And if you feel so moved, please send us your well wishes and maybe a sentence or two about how UCP has contributed to your life. You can send that to office@unitychapelhill.org. And I hope you plan to be here for Sunday, June 30th, as we dance together in the energy of joy and celebration. Until then, peace and blessings. Congratulations, Unity Center of Peace. It's Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen here, and this June, we will be celebrating our 40th anniversary here at UCP. That's right. 40 years ago in June, a group of committed individuals came together with a vision for creating a loving community where people could support each other in accessing their inner divine power, for connecting with spirit and nature, for remembering their oneness with all, and for radiating that peace out into the world. Now, since then, we have grown in size and membership and programs, but that original vision
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing? Hello, is this on? I can hear it. All right. Good morning. It's a big day here today, so we are celebrating our 40th year. Some of us are only celebrating our 5th, but some are celebrating the 40th. So, welcome. This is a cell phone. This is an iPhone, as a matter of fact. It needs to be shut down. So if you have an iPhone or even a Samsung, if you would please shut them down at this moment so we don't have them interrupting us during the service. And it's a bit hot out, but the heat makes us want to say thank you for the air conditioning inside the room. So everybody say thank you one time. Here we go. 1, 2, thank you. Oh, say it again. 3, 4, thank you. 2, ready, and thank you. 2, 3, and 4, and thank you. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. And thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Woohoo! Yes! Oh my God, feel that energy of love and gratitude that's just bubbling up all over. It feels like a special day. It feels like there's like a special event going on. I wonder what it could be. Oh my God. Yeah, it's our 40th anniversary of Unity Center of Peace. Wow. Oh my God. And many of you have been around from the very start. Many of you are brand new. Most of you are somewhere in the middle. And it doesn't matter. We're all here to celebrate the same thing together. We found it. We're here. We're opening our heart. We're expanding our consciousness. We're connecting with each other. We're celebrating spirit. So, welcome to this energy. I'm Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen, and to my left is the wonderful Maria Cavanaugh, who's going to be helping me today. And we want to say hello to those of you joining us on the live stream, YouTube or Facebook. Welcome to you. If you want to say hello, maybe you've been around for a long time. So maybe just put in the chat, I've been around, I found you like so many years ago or something, and then we can really feel connected. All right, so let's just take a moment now and settle into this energy of love. If you would, Maria's lighting the divine light candle. We're going to take a moment and be with that sacred element of fire. And I invite you to say together our opening invocation, which is on the buff sheet in the seat back in front of you, if you're not yet familiar. But really take a moment and feel that energy of love beating so abundantly in your heart space. That's the energy of the divine. We're going to breathe into that. And together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Feel into the energy, feel into the truth of that omnipresent good, here, available in this moment. We say yes to it. So it is.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
Wow, there were some beautiful singers here today with that. Thank you. And I know Chris made an announcement about the phone, but if you snuck in after that, just maybe check your phone, make sure it's on mute, because we're going to dive deeply into meditation. So let's relax back into your chair. Close your eyes if that's comfortable, or just gaze gently down. And let's take a nice deep breath together. Hold it for just a minute. And release. Another deep breath in together. Holding it at the top. And release. One more last deep breath together. Hold it in. And release. And as you release, just allow everything that no longer belongs, let it go. Any of the busyness of today, any of the plans after this service, just let it go. Breathing in, being here now. We are here in this moment together on this very sacred day. And together we can experience this elevated, uplifted, expansive energy of love that is so very present here. We open our heart and we allow ourselves to feel that. We relax our physical body, relaxing the thinking mind, and just be present in our heart center. Knowing that in this moment, all is well. In this moment, God is. In this moment, I am. It's just a process of allowing ourselves to experience this divine love. allowing ourselves to be fully present, allowing the expansion of that divine good in our minds, in our bodies, in our lives. We allow. And so as we take this time together to dip it more deeply into that silence, into that love, together in the silence for the next couple of minutes. And if you feel your mind wandering, you might want to bring it back to the idea. I allow love to be present within me now. I allow love to be present within me now. I allow love to be present within me now. We are so grateful for this opportunity to experience that divine presence that we are through, in, and as us. We are so grateful to have this experience, to experience this love together in community. And as we have done this together, as we have agreed that this energy of love is all there is, we have created an energy vortex, a healing energy here. And into this healing energy, I invite you to speak forth gently, aloud, the names of people that have been in your heart. The sun shines. to this, we will also embrace all of the people who have requested prayer, have put their prayer requests in this prayer box, just seeing each of their lives begin to blossom with the awareness of the divine presence through, in, and as them. The divine healing, love, guidance, abundance, whatever it is they're requesting, is here now. And they are opening to it, as are we. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. Take a nice deep breath and slowly begin to bring your awareness back into the room. When you're ready, open your eyes, stretch a little bit. Stretch a little bit, feel your body, feel here and now. And from this energy, from this love, we're going to say together our vision and mission statement, which is on the program or on this buff sheet in the seat back in front of you. We're going to say this together. Welcome. Come on in. Find a seat. There's some in the front here. Come on down. All right, so again, let's reconnect with that space of that presence of love within us, in our heart. Let's take a deep breath together. And our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission, we center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. And so it is.
All righty. So there was an event that happened on Thursday that was kind of not as positive as it might have been, you know. But the next day, I heard the same gentleman say, if you get knocked down, you get up and you rise up, right? And so I said to myself, well, that is a good idea for a song. So I found this song. We've done it before. This is called Rise Up. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, rise unafraid. I'll rise up and do it 1,000 times again. It's a pretty simple melody. You'll hear it. And the other thing is we have our new lineup here. So we have we've added another instrument to You're broken down and tired, living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. We're gonna move mountains. Yeah, we're gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up and do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up and do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. When the silence is quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like crying, but I promise we're gonna bring the world to its feet. We're gonna move mountains. Yeah, we're gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, in spite of the pain, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other. For that we have each other, and we will rise. Yeah, we will rise. We'll rise up. We're gonna rise. Do it 1,000 times again for you. For you, for you, we'll rise up, we'll rise like the day, we'll rise up, we'll rise unafraid, we'll rise up and do it 1,000 times again for you.
Yes, indeed. Woo, I felt that. Yeah. Did you feel it? Yes. Oh, God. Let's just take a moment and take you in. Wow. Lovely, lovely. Oh, so good to see everyone. Yeah. All right, so last week I began to share with you my European adventure. And I sort of did it through the lens or through my own kind of version of the wildly popular book, Eat, Pray, Love. All right, and last week our focus was eat. And again, I apologize for making everyone so hungry and craving Swiss cheese and pastries. Yeah, and then we agreed after the service, we agreed that we would all this week practice conscious eating, mindful eating. How many people remembered to do that this week? All right, great, yeah. Did you notice more relaxed, more relaxed and enjoyable experience with eating, feeling a little more gratitude? And how many of you actually used the Self-Realization Fellowship? Yeah, no, not too many. I think we have some on the back wall, and there's some on the website. It's the SRF prayer over a meal that is really beautiful. And for me, it helps me to connect with the Spirit in the material form. The Spirit in food, the Spirit is within me, and you know, spirit to spirit goes, it says. Spirit to spirit goes, and so you experience, you're literally becoming one, you know, with the meal. So if you hadn't had a chance to practice it last week, again, you can do it this week, and the information about that is on our website. So let's move forward into the chapters of pray and love. All right, so you know, as a minister, prayer is very important to me, very large part of my life. And, it really always has been since somebody put the Ernest Holmes book in my hand when I was a teenager, and I read that. Affirmative prayer has been a big part of my life. But I didn't know how it was going to look, during the traveling. But I quickly found out. So I shared last week that part of our journey we stayed with some friends in this little alpine village outside of Interlaken, Switzerland. This is a Swiss chalet with the cows on the hill, and the ultra-fresh cheese and ultra-fresh honey from the flowers in her garden, right? So we were staying there, and they had a plan to take us up to the peaks, the 2 peaks in the Alps that were basically in their backyard. The first peak was a little lower. It was called Eiger Glacier, and you take a gondola up there. Now, the gondola is really modern. They just put this in. It's very modern, and it's spacious, and it's all windows, and it's very smooth, except your heart always skips a beat when you kind of go over the transom, right? But we got to the top, beautiful view once the clouds parted. Just gorgeous view. It was snowing up there, which is kind of fun for May, and we had a snowball fight. It was a really fun day. And then the next day, they wanted to take us up to the really high peak. This is Schilthorn Mountain. And it's a longer drive. So during the drive, they shared with us a couple of things about it. They said, well, that modern gondola that you took up yesterday? No, they don't have this here. Where they're planning to put it in, but this is the old one. This is the original gondola that, have put in there since, the 50s. And I found myself getting a little nervous. And then my husband asked, well, has there been any incidents? Any? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, there was a long time ago. They have fighter jets that fly overhead. They're not allowed to fly into the valley anymore, but there's an Air Force base there, and we saw these jets, heard them more and it's really horrible, tragic. One flew into the valley too close and cut the cable, and it was a real tragedy. But that was a long time ago, and they assured me, don't worry, they're not allowed to fly in this valley anymore. Okay, so I'm feeling better. And then I think our friend Ruth mentioned that, some people just can't take the altitude. It's really high up. And some people with breathing problems or heart issues, they've needed to be evacuated, airlifted out. And I'm like, okay. I'm starting to feel my heart is beating a little faster. I'm going, oh, man, what if I just sit this one out? I'm like thinking, maybe I'll just sit it out, let them do it. And so we got to the place, and a big crowd. They bus people and tourists from all over the world come to see this, and huge crowds. And I look up, there's this old gondola going straight up the hill, and I'm like, okay, time for prayer. It's time for prayer. And so I'm standing in the line to get there, and I'm praying, I'm affirming, I'm calling forth my power of strength, which is, courage. I'm calling forth my power of faith, which is, to know that the divine is with me, that presence is all around me, that protective light of love is always here at any moment, right? So I'm praying, and, I'm feeling a little bit better. It's like, okay, maybe I can do this. And we get up to the gondola, and we're one of the first people into the gondola, and then all of these people start piling in. 20, 30,
40, and I'm looking, where is the weight limit? There's got to be a weight limit. There's got to be a number of people. Where is it? And I said out loud, I think that's enough. You need to wait for the next one. They didn't speak English, so probably a good thing. So we are smashed into this gondola and, you know, like sardines in a tin, and I'm quietly having a panic attack, you know? And then my husband's standing next to me, so I kind of lean into, now he doesn't like crowd, you know, this situation is not made any better by the fact that I have a little claustrophobia. So does he. But he's taller, he can see over everybody, right? So I'm just burying my head in his, and I'm feeling loved, I'm feeling, you know, the hug and the love and the prayers, and I'm breathing, and okay, I can do this, I can make this, right? And then we get to the first platform, and I remember they told me, oh, there's 4 different ones you have to take. You have to switch 4 different times to get up to the top. I go, okay. And so I get off on the first platform, and they can see I'm shaking. Now, here is the answer to prayer. Ruth, our friend, says, okay, this is what we're going to do. At the next platform, we're going to let everybody get on first, and then we're going to get on last, so that you can stand right in front of the window. So you're the one standing in front of, looking out the window. And that was it. That was the answer to prayer, because I'm focusing on the beauty of the view. I'm focusing on this and not the panic, you know? So it's a good thing to keep in mind sometimes that the answer to our prayer very often comes from something someone else says or a direction that somebody points us in. You know, I think sometimes we're waiting for some sort of magical manifestation, and most of the time it's an idea that we're led to take action, or somebody says something, or guides us in a direction. And that makes sense because we're all connected, right? We're all pieces of this same puzzle. So that's always really good to think about as we're praying. The answer to we want to stay open to that. So we get to the top, and it's the observation deck. It's kind of clouded in. We're sort of seeing a sea of clouds underneath us. And then the clouds part, and my God, what a view. Just breathtaking. And then they had made reservations at the restaurant, the Shiltorn restaurant, and it's a revolving restaurant. One of those revolving all windows around, and it takes 1 hour to go all the way around. So you're having a meal, and this was brunch. They made reservations for brunch, and every single angle from that view was like you just couldn't stop taking pictures all the way through. It was just amazing. And of course, I shared last week about how fabulous the food is there, so this was absolutely the same. And then one more thing I'll mention is that this Shiltorn Mountain and the restaurant were the location of a James Bond movie that they filmed in the 60s. It was on Her Majesty's Secret Service. I don't know, it was a little known one, but it's a James Bond movie, very popular there, and they kind of kept the 60s aesthetic in the restaurant, so it was like very cool. And then they had a whole room of memorabilia, like the original skis and the snowmobiles and film, clips of the film. It was really fun, a fun day. So all in all, it was so worth it. The whole thing was so worth working through my fear for. So next time, think of my story. Next time you feel paralyzed by fear, and you think, I can't do it. Yes, you can. Everything is possible with prayer. right? Everything is possible with prayer. All right, so by the time we reached our fourth city, which was thank you. Salzburg. We're in Salzburg, and it is we're relaxed. We're kind of into the groove of traveling, and we're enjoying that, and also, more in love with each other. I think that is one of the benefits of, nothing like getting away from the responsibilities of day-to-day life and getting into a beautiful, location to kind of rekindle, right? Rekindle the love. And so it was a welcome aspect of that whole trip. And so we had just finished a brunch and a beautiful outdoor cafe, and we were walking to do our sightseeing thing. And I'm walking, and I'm hearing behind me, Victoria, Victoria. And I'm thinking, well, it means somebody else. Nobody knows me in Austria. But I kept hearing it, and sure enough, I look behind me, and this woman is running towards me. And wouldn't you know, it was the lovely woman that used to come to this, that used to be part of this community, Joy. And she was there with her kids, and they were about to go on the Sound of Music tour. This is where they shot The Sound of Music, right? Something I really wanted to go on, but we did the Mozart thing instead. But it was just so good to see her. And it felt like joy was kind of the energy. That was the theme for the rest of this trip. And that evening, we went to a restaurant. We were looking for a restaurant. It was on the same street, tree-lined street that had all these kind of outdoor cafes. And we went in, and it was called The Heart of Joy. Which I thought, okay, we got to go there. And it turned out to be a vegetarian restaurant, so my husband was absolutely thrilled. And there was not many people. The waiter said, well, choose your table. And so we went in the corner, and there was a little table next to a life-size statue of some holy man who had his hands pressed together in prayer. And I thought, well, that's where we're going. We're sitting there, And the waiter comes over, and he said, well, good choice, because your meal, your whole experience is going to be blessed through this thing. And I was like, who is this? And his name is Sri Chinmoy. Anybody heard of Sri Chinmoy? You have? Yeah. Okay. Well, I had heard his name, but I wasn't really familiar with who he was. Wow. What a Renaissance man. I mean, I saw like a little booklet I picked up, and I started learning about his life. He was a musician, an artist, an athlete. I mean, super athlete. Like he ran ultra marathons. Right. He would do these feats where he would lift an amazing amount of weight. It was just, wow. And obviously, a spiritual dude. He had grown up in the Sri Aurobindo ashram, which I had heard of that. And so I'm reading about his life, and he kind of knew everybody. He knew the Dalai Lama. He knew he would get these world leaders together, and he would help to create peace. He knew Gorbachev and all of the leaders of the day. And he would do these peace retreats with them. And he was invited by the United Nations to come and lead interfaith meditations for the delegates. For 2 years he did that. Yeah. And everybody would come, these interfaith. Wouldn't it be great to have that now? Where is the guru that's going in to lead meditations at the United Nations or any other government office? Would be lovely, wouldn't it? And and he also did this, he founded this because he was a runner. He had these marathons called the Oneness Peace runs. the oneness piece that, people would run these marathons and in the name of peace, which reminds me of what that we used to do. History buffs here at Unity Center of Peace, that's right, Kathleen, the Run for Peace, right? We used to do a Run for Peace here in the 5K here in the wood. Yes. I think there might be some pictures out there too. Yeah. Anyway, it would be so wonderful to, bring that alive again. Maybe there's a way that we can work with their organization. They still do it. Get a little more, visibility there, right? And so the place just felt so peaceful and so prayerful. They had a whole meditation thing upstairs. Everybody there was sort of following this guru, and it just felt so good. We went back 2 more times, And it reminded me also of the whole importance of bringing religions together. He worked to really promote peace between the religions, and how important that effort is, particularly nowadays. Honestly, it does not matter what religion or spiritual path that we come from or we're practicing now, whether we're Buddhist or Christian or Jewish or Sufi or Hindu or shaman, we follow a shaman path, we're all called by the same thing. We're all called by a desire to experience something greater than our little ego self. Right? We are all called by a higher love. We want to experience a higher love and to know that that higher love is the essence of everything. It is the ground of our being. It is within everyone. And to be in a community that embraces that, how special is that? So as we move into our celebration, our 40th anniversary celebration, of this place that has said yes to that has answered that call. People dedicated this ongoing commitment to create a space where this experience can happen, where we can all have this experience together. That's something to celebrate, don't you think? We're celebrating. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Namaste.
I'm coming out a long night's journey into the day, and I'm not afraid anymore to look in the mirror and wipe all the tears off of my face. The sadness fades. I'm ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I so many years I spent putting square pegs in a circular hole. myself, well, why would I come here? To live a life just stuck in a mold, to be bought and sold. I'm ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am, the I am. I am 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 the I am. There's no greater feeling than loving myself, body and soul. The pain just goes away out in a new world. As a creation, perfect and whole, I'm in loving flow, and I'm ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am. Ready to be who I came here to be. And I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am, the I am. I am 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 the I am.
Thank you, thank you. Bright Matter's on fire today. Thank you so much. Yeah, wonderful. Right, eat, pray, love. It occurred to me as Reverend Victoria, thank you for those reminders. And you know, it's those dark moments. Someone said to me a few weeks ago, what if the worst thing that ever happened to you was the greatest thing that ever happened to you? And what if the way to understanding that was through prayer, where we open to the infinite potential, we open to the surrender that we don't know how it's going to happen, right? And what if through the love of gratitude for what is going right, we connect in our hearts and it all works. So thank you, that really spoke to me today. Thank you very much. And the beautiful music. 40 years, here we sit. A wonderful idea was recommended to us just recently. And what if each one of us sitting in this sanctuary today held in our hearts what this community means to us? What does it feel like to be part of something? What does it feel like to be flourishing? What can it be like in the future? This is us that are creating this. It's nobody else in the outside. This is our community. And I am so touched and overwhelmed. As many of you know, we've been through a lot here. And here we stand, and we feel small but mighty today. And it's because of us. That's what's doing it. So the idea, what if every one of us added to our gift to this community $40 today? 40 for 40. And Rev Anna, thank you for that genius idea, and I invite you to take that into your heart, and if that feels right for you, if you want to add another zero to that, wonderful. 400 for 40. Let's do it. Whatever you feel ready and able to share with this community. The money is being used wisely. It holds our building together and helps us offer programs, and it's every dollar is appreciated and every dollar is put to good use. There's very little waste goes on here, I can assure you. And so I ask you to take your gift, whatever it may be. You can give online. There's a QR code in your program if you want to pay via Venmo or pay directly via text. Envelopes, checks, and if you're a sustainer, we'll bless you and take that green card and hold it to your heart or in your hands. And let's say our prosperity or blessing of the gifts together. And it's at the bottom of this sheet. And we say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Thank you. 40 for 40.
The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
Oh, blessings, blessings, blessings. If you feel called to extend your hands to these gifts, to share in a blessing with them, or bring it to your heart, your hands, that is. We know that the gifts in this bowl are symbols of divine love. They are love in action. No more or less important than all the other forms of love that generate through this community. And the energy of these gifts will circulate into the world, and the givers will receive in so many ways, because that's where the magic is, in the giving. So much comes to us who give. And so we say thank you for these gifts. And so it is. It's a busy day, but if you have a prayer on your heart, please use the prayer box in the lobby. There's little sheets you can fill in there too. All right, so it's so wonderful to see so many faces here today. Old friends, new friends, old friends we haven't seen in a long time. Welcome back. And if you are new today, we welcome you. If you haven't received a packet, we'd love to share some of the information about Unity. If you just raise your hand and we have our greeters, we'll bring it around to you. We're so glad you're here. If you don't know, we do have a celebration after the service, so much more information to come. So yeah, this one coming for you. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. If you're new online today, please put your name into the chat. Mel, our greeter, or maybe it's Debbie, would love to greet you too. And we're glad you're here and that you found us. So thank you. Right, I think it's time. Let me get this right. Yes, we're going to have another song. Thank you. Bright Matter. That's wonderful.
We are. We have a guest artist with us here.
Special guest.
So this is a gentleman who wrote this song here called The Wholeness Boogie. And
Please welcome to the stage, Dana Cohen.
So I have a little.
All right.
So a little intro to this. So this is kind of an anniversary in and of itself, because either 30 plus years ago, we were in the Church of Religious Science. We were taking their introductory course, my wife and I, and they asked us to create a project at the end of it. And so I wrote this song, and so I sang it then without accompaniment by myself. Now I have the honor, some odd years later, to play it with these wonderful people. So it's a celebration of the principles of New Thought. Here we go. Spirit, soul, and body, it's begun. You and I and God are really one. Pray until it's understood that you serve a higher good. Hold it in your mind and it is done. Open up your heart, don't play possum. Can't you see your life's a microcosm? Just affirm your worthiness, then relax so you can't miss. Then watch all your dreams begin to blossom. Don't complain or whine, look inside your mind. Know that you're divine, feel the glory of your story. Watch your attitude, don't be gloomy dude. Celebrate your mood, don't know the chance to co-create. Take it to everyone. Every one of us are all the same. Every person here is in the game. Put away the ego, Jack. You are not the quarterback. Just hand off to God and then proclaim. Don't complain or whine. Look inside your mind. Know that you're divine. Feel the glory of your story. Watch your attitude. Don't be gloomy, dude. Elevate your mood. Don't blow the chance to co-create. God is all there is and all is God. If you all agree, feel free to nod. There's no need to meditate. Please don't need to medicate. Hold your neighbor's hand and join the squad. Join the squad. We are God. Join the squad.
Thank you so much. We don't use the word squad often enough in this community. I think this is right. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. All right. We're going to move quickly through this today because we got a few things going on, so we're going to aim for really quick announcements. Festivities start directly after the service. By about 12:20, 12:25, the food will be ready. The hot food today is a gift from Unity Center of Peace to all of you, and thank you to those of you who brought sides for that. It's really wonderful. We have lots going on. There's face painting in the back left room. There's a photo booth in the back right room. There's going to be a champagne toast at some point. We don't know when, and there may be cake as well, so stay tuned. Next Saturday, we continue the festivities here at Unity Center of Peace 40th, and we have a dance party from 4 till 7, potluck and dancing here in the sanctuary, so put that on your calendar and look for more information. Our book study with our very own David continues Sunday mornings, 9:45 to 10:45. Please join him. It is studying the Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, Living the Wisdom of the Tao by Wayne Dyer. Super beautiful content and discussion. And our last big activity coming up, just to mark it down, Saturday in July 13th, we have our next Pathways to Community class. If you're curious about Unity and what we believe and study here and live, if you are looking for a refresher, if you are perhaps interested in joining our community as a member, then plan to join this class. It's on a Saturday from 1 to 5. Yeah, that's it. And we are going to have our 3-minute miracle today at the end of the hall beside the face painter, which will start slightly shorter on the left side. If you do have something weighing on your heart, please join our prayer partner Lorraine at the end of the hall, and she'd be happy to pray with you and help you find that love. So that's it. And most important, after this service today, we have a little bit of work to do in the sanctuary. We're going to bring 3 tables, which are against the back wall here, and we're going to line them up, 3 tables against the window, with chairs against the window, space in between, and chairs facing. At 1 o'clock today, Bright Matter, our own Chris Whitenack has coordinated the most remarkable concert of musicians. So, yeah. And we have 2 hours planned of a combination of music from different artists, and also people who were here from the very beginning will be coming up and speaking. So there's history going to be woven into this. It's really going to be a special experience. After that, we have some of our true originals will be here and leading a Dances of Universal Peace, which was really one of the founding practices of Unity Center of Peace in the old days. Can I just have a show of hands? Any originals here today? Any people who were here how many years ago? Yeah, 40 years ago? Yeah, wow. They're all going to show up, hopefully in time for the food, but I know they'll be here later, so that's good. So the rest of the chairs, after this, we're going to make chairs and tables and chairs here. We're going to make 2 aisles, but we're going to move everything over a little bit. If we could just have some volunteers with the chairs. And it's going to be tricky because then we're going to walk outside in a moment, and there's going to be plates on your left. The buffet isn't going to open till about like 10 minutes after service. So let's use, we're going to just have to figure this out, friends. And it's going to be fine. What could go wrong? And so, and then the buffet is in the kitchen and outside, and there are tables and chairs at the front. There's tables in here for those who really are sensitive to the heat and worried about it. And of course, we have our back deck. So the rest, we're just going to let it roll. All right. It's going to be magic. And one more song from Bright Matter. Thank you. That was 3 songs. Oh, I nearly got it right the whole way through. I nearly did it. So kids, let's bring in the kids. Thank you. Yeah.
Are they out there? I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The help of God. vitality, energy, beam of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am.
One more time.
I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, beam of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. One more time. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, beam of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am.
Good morning. What? Good energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We also had some really great energy upstairs, kind of pretending to find things. We had a long stretch of pretending that the children were gone because we buried them under pillows. That was good fun. We're finished our month of looking at the power of imagination, and with younger kids, that was about pretend and how to find our friends and whatnot. We also had, did some fun little pictures. Yep. Big thanks to Mary Angela, who's coming in behind you all, the photographer. Yep, there's two more. We had difficulty putting shoes on. Next month, we're going to start talking about the power. Woohoo! Yeah! Next, we'll start talking about the power of will. These children have it in spades. But we'll explore how to use that to support others and to think more about ourselves and how to help our friends and whatnot. Anyway, thank you all very much. Let's bless these willful children.
And so we say together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ in you. Mwah. Lovely. Right. If you're able, please stand and we'll say our prayer of protection together, followed by our peace song. And so we take a breath and we say together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let me be with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Hi. If this video has inspired you, opened your heart, expanded your consciousness, filled you with hope. Hi. If this video has inspired you, opened your heart, expanded your consciousness, filled you with hope, empowered you in some way, we encourage you to support what we offer here at Unity Center of Peace by making your donation now. And thank you.